So this morning I am up early, Sunday morning, making a batch of Grace because we currently have 9 bars left. So I've mixed all of the batter. Here's my green that gets a swirl of white, and the purple gets a swirl of white. And this is lavender and rosemary, and these are our Grace bars. So once it gets a little thicker, I'll mix it up. See what we got going on. So I've made this bar before, and just a warning, there won't be a cut at the end because I am just pouring the soap. So I put in my green first, and I leave a little bit of it back for the top when I sculpt the top. So I add a little white to that just so it has a little swirl. Nothing crazy. And I leave some back for the purple. Now this has to get a little thick in order for me to pour the purple on top. But in the meantime, I'm going to dust it with a little bit of cocoa powder so I can get that line, sort of line in the middle. And this is just a tea strainer and regular Nestle cocoa powder. So I'm gonna let that thicken up a bit. And then cause see when I move it, it's still, you can still see it jiggling. Let me show you what I mean. So when I move it, you can still see it jiggling. So I want it a little solid so it doesn't pour through the bottom. So we'll wait. So now the green is a little solid. I can add the purple now. Oh yeah. So I'm also gonna leave some back for the top. Not a lot because purple is the main character here. So I really don't need to leave any back because purple's already there. Just trying to eyeball leaving to make sure it's even. So I'm getting all my purple out. Now I'm going to add some of that white, swirl it around in there. Leave some for the top. I usually pour it in the pot, but if didn't feel like doing that today. All right, so we're going to add the rest of the white. Just trying to keep it on the top of the batter. And then we will add the little green that we left back. White is always, the titanium always is thicker. Makes the batter thicker. And now I'm going to give this a little bit of time so my peaks will peak. So in the meantime, I'm going to wipe out this pot and then put some hot water in it and wash it because I don't feel like dirtying a bucket. So I'm going to reuse this pot for my next batch of soap. Bring me back when I'm sculpting. So now I think we're ready. I'm going to sculpt the top of the bars. Do the first side. Well, I'm going to do this side over here first. And as I'm doing this, I realize it's not really thick enough. So I may do this side and then come back for the other. The rosemary smells so good. Makes you want some lamb. Yeah, see, it's not holding that second swoop that I normally do. I'm going to leave it and come back because then it'll get muddled. Flip it around for when I come back. Yeah, leave it. So I'm not doing a cut of that bar that I just made, but I do want to show you these are the boxed up bars and the design that I do all the time. And as you can see, I think I did that swoop on purpose, but I do green on the bottom with a little bit of white, and then I do the purple on top with a little bit of white, and I sculpt the top. And these are my gray spars, which I have 9 left. Grace. So yes, that is the making of Grace. It's not detailed, but I think I have another video on here where I made Grace. It's hard to, I'm trying to make content, but also I've got so much stuff to do. I've got soap to make. I've got pouches to make, bags to make. So I'm trying to divide my time in between these tasks um, and work full time. Excuse my crazy hair. It's growing though, and that bald spot has filled in. So yes, so today we're going to try to do alternating upstairs and downstairs of doing soap and sewing. So there's two sides to Comfort Zone. We got the skincare, and we've also got um, back to my roots of sewing. I was sewing since I was 16, so way before soap. But I'm enjoying it. So thank you so much for watching, and like, subscribe, and share, and comment below if there's something that you want to see, and I'll try to make that happen. All right. Bye, guys.